Hello guys, I'm Ignish. In this video, we'll discuss about the topic method overloading. Introduction to method overloading. So method overloading is a feature in programming language that allows us to define multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. It provides a way to create more readable and maintainable code by grouping similar functionalities under the same method name. Method overloading is commonly used in object-oriented programming language like Java, C++, and C Hash. For example, so publish static int sum int x and int y, so return x plus y. Similarly, publish static int sum int x int y int z, return x plus y plus z. In this example, int x and int y are method overloading. So why use method overloading? So method overloading improves our code clarity by using the same method name for logical related operation. It enhances code reusability by avoiding the need to create different method names for similar functionality. It simplifies method inno- invocation by providing a constant and intuitive way to call methods with a different parameters. So you can get a difference between without method overloading and with method overloading. So first in int add 2, so int x and int y return x plus y. Similarly int add 3 int x int y int z and return x plus y z. So with method loading int add int x and int y return x plus y. Similarly int add of int x and int y int z return x plus y z. How method overloading works. Method overloading is determined at compile time based on the method signature, which includes the method name and the number and type of parameter. When method is called, the compiler determines the most specific method to invoke based on the argument passed. If an exact match is found, that specifying method is called, otherwise the compiler looks for the closest possible match. Method signature. The method signature consists of method name and the number and types of parameter. So it does not include the return type or expectation exceptions thrown or access modifier. Two methods with same name but different parameter types or number of parameter have a different signature. So in this method signature, it's minimum and int of x and int y. So method body. Overloading by parameter type. Overloading by parameter type allows us to define methods with the same name for different parameter types. This is useful when we want to perform similar operation on a different data types. The compiler determines the most specific method based on the argument type provided during method invocation. So return type and method overloading. The return type of method is not considered when determining which overload method to invoke. Overloading methods based on return types is not allowed in most programming language. The return type is alone not sufficient to differentiate between methods during method invocation. Method loading, method overloading restrictions. So method overloading can be based on the return type. So two methods with the same name but different parameters or different return types are considered as duplicate and not allowed. So method overloading must have a different method signature to be valid. Overloading a constructor. So constructor can also be overloaded in the same way as regular methods. Overloading a constructor allows us to create objects with different initial states using different parameter combinations. This is useful when we want to provide flexibility in object creation. Method overloading and inheritance. Method overloading is not the same as method overriding, so which is concept related to inheritance. So overloading method in a subclass does not override the method in the superclass. So overloading method can coexist in the superclass and subclass with the same or different signature. Method overloading best practices. Use a method overloading to improve code readability and maintainability. So avoid overloading methods with a similar functionality but vastly different behaviors. So ensure that method signature are distinct and to prevent a confusion. Benefits of method overloading. So method overloading promotes code reuse and reduce code duplication. It simplifies method invocation by providing a constant way to call methods with a different parameters. So it improves code reliability by using the same method name for logical related operations. Drawback of method overloading. Overusing method overloading can lead to code complexity and confusion. It can make code harder to understand when there are too many overloaded methods with similar functionality. Incorrect use of method overloading can result in unexpected behaviors and bugs. Summary. So method overloading allows us to define multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. It improves code readability, promotes code reuse, and simplifies method invocation. So overloading can be done based on parameter type and parameter number. Key takeaways. Method overloading is determined at compile time based on the method signature. Overloading by parameter type and parameter number is widely used. Return type alone is not sufficient to differentiate between overload methods. Thank you.